Hey, brothers and sisters of the crib, we're back at it again with a another MMORPG video, and me and brother Neeks are gonna be reacting to this new MMO called Chrono Odyssey, coming out sometime this year. Unreal Engine 5 game. We're gonna see the trailer, the gameplay reveal. You hear it?
Yeah. I totally forgot. What game is this?
Chrono Odyssey.
That's what it was. The weird clock thing. Ooh.
Good girl. Got this numbered. Oh, shoot, a headbutt.
The moves are good. What? What the fuck?
Okay, that's cool. Oh, this is the whole time thing.
See, now that makes sense compared to the last one.
Oh, that's cool.
This was a far better trailer than the last shit we watched. It made so much more sense.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was so bad, the first one.
It's, it's coming to all consoles. It's gonna be coming to Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox Series X and S.
We all gotta feel. See, that dude looks like fucking Sauron. So we get that Lord of the Rings feel going.
That landscape is so cool, bruh.
Dude, it's really hard to tell that this is on a fucking console.
Yeah. I have it without audio, because the piece. That's so cool. What the heck? Look at the how
Like, look at this dude. Look at the stance walk. Like this dude's yoked the fuck out, and he walks like it. This dude's very noble. Like, look at it. This is a beautiful scenery. It gives me like Red Dead vibes.
yeah,
But the way they walk and everything, like, watch. Go back to the horse.
gonna go.
Like, look at the way that the fucking hair flows up and down and moves around, like with it flowing.
Oh yeah, huh?
And you see the animals grazing. Like, look at the detail in the plants and the shrubs as he's passing by. Like, that is so high, I don't know, graphics, high intensity, really.
Yeah, this is Unreal Engine 5.
It's gorgeous. Like, this right here gives me like Dark Souls vibes.
Ah, that would be cool. We can go explore in like the ocean too.
See, I like
Um,
shit where you can build, like, if you can like build a boat or like buy a boat and build on it, like add shit to it, deck it out your own way, put treasure, like Sea of Thieves type shit. That would be dope. But it looks like it's probably gonna be like Assassin's Creed, like Odyssey or the Egyptian one, where you just kind of just jump on that bitch and just roll around for a little bit.
yeah.
A berserker or a brute or like a tank or something is what he is. I
Um,
can't tell if that's like a mission that he's doing or if he's got actual players, like if they're NPCs or players. Like, even the look at the dude at the top left is kind of similar. He's got like that night shit going.
yeah. Then this guy over here, just slowly going crazy.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, this is a beautiful scene. This one's super cool too. Now this shit looks wild.
Yeah. Everybody that's seen this trailer before, like the boys, they've said that this reminds them of Elden Ring a bit.
Yeah, I can see that, or even like a little bit like For Honor.
Like if you go back to that combat, bruh, like you have to dodge.
Yeah,
You're
that's
definitely we're
like that Dark
definitely
Souls Elden Ring shit right
we're
there.
definitely gonna have like a stamina bar like heavy for sure.
Oh, to go back to where he's fighting the dude. Does he get his arm taken off?
Yeah,
Oh fuck!
an
God, what
R-rated
is?
MMO. That's crazy. I
So it
mean,
looks like it's just the basis is like you get your abilities surrounded by time. That's sick. That's like Halo vibes. I gotta say, I think the wizards in this game or the sorcerers probably have the coolest ability moves.
it's crazy how it just frees him in midair.
But like, even if when you go into the big battle and like she pulls out her book and just like starts writing spells into that shit, like
Yeah,
even the berserker dude is just going ham.
I love this, bro. This is what I want from a berserker, bro, because I like playing that
Oh
berserkers. So I'm like,
yeah,
then we got the dagger
like
use,
just hacking and slashing like nothing.
and the way their stance too. After like this guy, like when he stops, look how he stands. I like
Boy,
that.
he's ready. I love
The
the way the chick fights in the next scene. Is very fluid. Lean back, bah, chaka, bah. That's straight out of How to Train Your Dragon. Everyone knows that. We're just not gonna ignore that. I have to call that shit out. Like this shit. Look at that. That is dope. And then a little teleport.
got the Kifu.
Yeah, this fucking Shifu. Look, it's like Monster Hunter meets World of Warcraft vibes on that one.
Yeah, this creature, bruh, dragon thing, like gives me the vibes that it's like it shouldn't even exist, but it's there.
Bro, that's like I don't know.
Has the Comet Azure from Elden Ring.
Bro, it's like a kaiju from Pacific Rim meets like How to Train Your Dragon from like Aliens. It is wild, but I love the big raid. Like that shit looks pretty awesome.
I think this is like a heat. At least I think
Like a Wells or something. I did. The wizard's got like the sickest looking abilities.
this part killed me, Brad. And just that's crazy. This one
Like
too,
this
I
shit
like
is
the.
super cool. He just straight up like slows time down. This chick looks intense as shit.
Now that I think about it, with the time thing, we might be able to like revive ourselves. Like, why
I guess it just kind of depends.
time? If we time it right, probably.
See, this shit's cool. Like World of Warcraft, when you die, you have to like either you revive at a graveyard or you go and you fucking be a ghost and you have to go and find your body and then you can revive yourself. That scene right there when he's traveling through like the tornadoes and shit, it kind of gives me that feel where it's like you died and now you gotta travel like through the sands of time backwards to go get revived or something.
There's one, two, 6 players right here about to fight this Diablo-looking boss.
That's right, Destiny 2 raid team.
That reminds me of freaking Balrog. Like, this guy's not is gonna be hard, bro, when we fight him.
I can hear the button mashing. just just the constant yelling, screaming, and panic all over.
I'll never like when we hit him, actually like it
Like leave an
shows.
impact.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
sick.
I really like that, bro, because it shows like damage and oh, the way he just whips out the lands. Remember, brother?
Yeah, I think it's more of like a so it seems like WoW in the sense that we have classes and all that. And then we might have like that time ability is used differently between those classes. So we got like the warrior, the mage, the hunter, or tracker,
Yeah,
whatever.
because
Probably a rogue.
they said that there's gonna be a paladin.
Yeah, paladin, like a holy knight. That's just dope as shit right there. Fucking berserker.
This part always like
Yeah.
that headbutt, bro. That's that's like they didn't need to do that headbutt, but they just did, which I love.
Shit. Even this dude just hacking and slashing. Or is your like priest right there, Templar, whatever you want to call it. That's your hunter, just popping off.
I like that. You know why I like that about this? It's because
Hmm.
you can literally have two things to work with in your tooltip. You can close
Yeah.
range, and you got something for a little bit of a long range.
Oh,
You
dude,
know?
I can definitely tell it's definitely going to be a long range build that you're going for, and that sword right there is not doing a lot of damage. It's there to back you up, just shank away. It's like you get a rocket launcher, but you get a shiv. You just poking people trying to get away
I like this guy
using a
right here,
scape.
bro. This guy's just whacking them. You- Over here,
Bah,
you had the
bitch.
berserker, straight up just whacking them and tanking the hit right here. The tank, that
Yeah,
fire.
that's a cool scene right there. Honestly, dude, this game looks more interesting now. I'm telling you, dude, the weapons and the armor in this game look just fantastic. I think the designs that like the design team, you got to give them a round of applause for this one. But honestly, we should keep track of this game. I don't care what the comments say. This thing seems like it's going to turn out pretty good. Yeah, dude, look at the wizard going on sicko mode, and then she does that
Yeah,
little
now that I think
passive
about it,
thing.
you're right. It's
Yeah,
it's the wizard probably doing a heal check because this
I'm
is
telling you,
like
bro, the wizard's going to be like insane in this game.
the wizard's gonna be a big heal chick. I don't doubt it, bruh. Cause this right here, this ultimate like in rage feels like it's gonna be a heal chick. You think about it? Cause I feel like it's gonna hurt him slamming all the rocks at us like that. Cause we're gonna have a little arena fighting him, you know? Cause this video it looks like we're going in a like an arena, no? Right here,
Yeah.
like all this. This is what we're working with. Gotta fight his
That would be sick if
big
there's like
ass.
gladiatorial games, dude. That would be awesome.
Just
Like
fighting
you
a
go into
big
like
ass
a pit.
demon.
You like it's like a better version of like the blind well from Destiny. You just go in there with the squad and like you just got to take on bosses and just keep getting higher ranks for better loot.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be it right there. That would be awesome.
Oh, the background?
What? What is that?
I don't know. It's crazy because what we're seeing right here, like from the like the what they have here is gonna be in the game.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This looks awesome. We got like flooded cities. See houses and buildings underwater heading to some sort of arc of sort. Like pirate ship gameplay. That's awesome. I'm always down for the pirates. This someone was on mushrooms. This is cool. This is like No Man's Land or the Deadlands or some shit like that. Like just nothing grows there, and this is where you gotta like go to like find yourself or some abilities or some shit. That's a sick picture. I love ruins. That's gonna be awesome.
Place that we saw.
Yeah, that's sick. That's just so much detail.
This one spooky, foggy. This looks
That's a For Honor poster.
have the desert too.
That's Conan the Barbarian gameplay right there.
Gonna be. I'm so for this.
That's that one scene where you become a vampire lord in Skyrim. I played too many games. Leave down in the comments what these things remind you of. ESO. That's fucking what is it? Riften from Skyrim.
Wouldn't
I
be an
dare you to say
MMO.
otherwise. Except
Wouldn't
in an MMO.
wouldn't be an MMO. With
Facts, bro.
this.
That's where the Lich King lives from WoW.
Love that they're gonna have.
Oh, that's cool. She's walking the horse on that one. I already know I'm gonna die so many times by falling. So it seems like there's like a lot of excavating, or at least like exploring ruins and abandoned areas, which is kind of cool. I just hope there's a little bit more than just that. That is sick.
We just show up here, bro. We're like, oh shit, what's going
Like
on?
you just spawn in and you're just like level 1. You see this shit, you're like, fuck.
Apparently, like the composer who's making the music for this game, like really gaming industry, known for making God of War music, Overwatch,
You need Hans Zimmer,
Diablo,
bro.
all
Give
the
me Hans Zimmer.
crazy. We're gonna have some crazy music. So every time we enter like a different different
That'd be
music.
awesome. That is Crota's end, and I beg you to say otherwise.
All this in the trailer with the ball.
Yeah, it starts floating up. That's a raid right there. That's pretty
Yeah, I
dope.
feel like this is like a
Like you got to run
the
around and fuck something
the
up with them
events,
totems or some shit. Yeah, there you
the
go.
random events in the world map. That since
I don't
obviously,
know. That seems pretty fucking intense for a random event. This ain't no Oblivion. Just
ah,
fucking Oblivion portal
but
showing up.
I can see. Yeah.
See, that's pretty sick.
Oh, she's Okay.
Oh, that's it.
Have the outcasts. Crazy.
These are the different factions.
Yeah. There's,
That's pretty sick. I fuck with it. Wait, scroll down where it says forge your own path. I want to see what shit they got. Setera is a land full of unexplored regions with rewards and riches yet unknown. Let your courage carry you to new regions as you face formidable foes with your newly acquired control over space time. What the fuck? That's they couldn't give it a better name than fucking space time. Like of time flow of fucking Sanskrit or some bullshit. Not space time. All right. In alliances you form throughout your journeys, you may yet conquer the lands you discover. What? Conquer the lands you discover. See if that's like some like faction war shit right there. I am so down for that. There is no one way through this world filled with opportunity, born of the chaos of warping space time. Oh, see, that's sick. So you're not even set on like a train path. You actually can just do shit. I'm out.
That looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I think the design of those like dragon creatures, and I don't know if they're actually going to be called dragons, but they resemble dragons, if nothing else. Those like that right there, right? It's got wings. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't really look like it can fly. It looks like it's much more of a ground-based, kind of beast. But like
yeah.
that doesn't look like a lot of other dragons that we see in media, especially nowadays. Like dragons with horns or I guess yeah, horns. Dragons with like horns on dragons is probably not it's probably not the first time someone's done it. But it is refreshing and it's pretty interesting to see just from a purely design perspective. And I'm also seeing some inspiration from maybe not Dark Souls. You know, there are other third person action games, especially ones with that closer like over the shoulder kind of camera angle as opposed to Dark Souls where it's a kind of a free cam orbiting the player.
Yeah.
And these guys, like this one right here, you know what this reminds me of just a little bit, right? If you pause it. So the growths or the protrusions on the side of this dragon's head remind me of a hammerhead shark. Not like all the way, because hammerhead shark's eyes are way on the outside. But also the design of these bad guys. If you look at the patterning done on their chest and their horns and their robes and all that, it reminds me of H.R. Geiger. Some of the stuff that he did,
Oh.
because though that kind of patterning shows up in a lot of his works too. So they may have drawn inspiration from a different artist, but I'm just seeing the little monkey brain pattern recognition. And one thing that also kind of struck me as interesting is that the dragons and the other bad guys and all that, like what we're looking at right now, doesn't look like it fits in the rest of the world. You know what I mean? It looks like it's something outside of what this world ordinarily experiences. Like this, like that right there. If you pause on that frame, or just yeah, like the design of this character, this enemy or boss or whatever. It's a humanoid of some kind. It has that same kind of body plan, but it's so much bigger than a human or an elf or anything. And it's tall. It's got weird shit going on with its body. It doesn't really look like it has most of its abdomen. It doesn't have a face. Got all these weird growths and weird patternings on the skin. This looks to me like oh, excuse me, like some like an alien almost. Like did you see that movie Cowboys versus Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty all right movie as far as cowboy alien movies go. But like this kind of like I mean that's I'm not about to say this reminds me of Cowboys versus Aliens, but I guess this could be like medieval fantasy versus aliens.
I can see
Like
that.
that, I think that'd be kind of cool. Little cosmic horror kind of thing thrown into the mix. Either way, like the design of the enemies really intrigues me, and that alone has got me very interested in this.
That
Oh,
combat.
yeah. So he's got a cape as well. Like that is clearly a cape, you know. And it looks like the growths on his head are meant to resemble a crown. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I could be wrong about the whole
No,
aliens thing.
Nico said that he got reminded of Sauron.
Hmm,
He looked at him
that's a really good point. Yeah, I didn't even make that connection at all. Wow.
and Nico was like, "Oh yeah, that's Sauron." Like you can tell.
That's a really good point. That does pretty strongly resemble well, I don't know about strongly resemble, but it definitely looks like it's inspired by Sauron. Good on you, Nico. I didn't even notice that. This is one of the best kinds of trailers for me because not only am I interested in the actual gameplay, like this looks like a lot of fun, but I'm also interested in learning more about the lore and the world that this takes place in. Like what is that thing? What is it made of? Who put it there? Did anyone put it there? Did someone build it or did we just discover it? You know, why is it so like sort of HR Geiger industrial alien industrial esque kind of thing? Super like not superimposed, but like juxtaposed with this medieval fantasy world. Like, what's the story there? And I think that story is going to be very very cool. I like
Yeah.
this. This is really cool. Like that if you let it play just you want to go back to that arch thing we just looked at. Yeah, you let it run and stop here real quick. The first thing this reminded me of, call me a nerd or whatever other word you use for Destiny players, but this reminded me of the pyramids from Destiny 2. The same kind of weird
Yeah.
aesthetic, interior design of it, which those pyramids also have inspiration from H.R. Geiger as well. Love H.R. Geiger, a big fan. Yeah, but like just look at the juxtapositions here. We've got like what looks like a barbarian sort of melee fighter in the front, dual axes. You know, there's these big swords and clearly medieval fantasy staples. You know, we have elves, we have humans, we have dwarves, we have knights, we have warriors and archers and all that. I saw there was a little bit of a scene where someone had a gun. Thought that was really interesting, especially since it wasn't like a musket or like a flintlock weapon. It was just like a straight up lever action. Yeah, see that right there, what she just did, that's straight lever action rifle. That's a cowboy gun right there. I suppose good reason because it can be difficult to sort of have those things coexist in the world. If you're doing high fantasy, having the advent of gunpowder makes your job a lot harder as a creative person. But I like this. This is cool. This is really cool. And looking also just at the set that this is taking place in, if you look in the very back, the archway there's what looks like also looking at the architecture of this, right? I'm totally fucking nerding out about this game, and I don't even follow the news on this. Um, oh god, the architecture reminds me of I want to say southwestern Asian temples, like not Indus River Valley, but like ancient Indian or ancient Tibetan monument, the old European architecture style, like this right here is a perfect example. This, this screams Gothic, right? And it's gorgeous. It is a beautiful set, a beautiful part of the world that they've just designed here. We have seen stuff like this before, though. That doesn't take away from it, and especially given the very not Gothic structure in the left background there. They're really going in a lot of different directions with this, and purely artistically, I love this. I love everything about this. This is amazing. This whole thing. This is a fine scene of it too. So that right, that this to me, the first thing that comes to my mind is Italy. Although really any kind of European, ancient tower or a rook would look a lot like that here. And this, you see the same kind of things here too, right? This archway, this, the brickwork and everything. Like I said, that tower holding a strategic position on the hill. Like just looking at this fight, this looks like a very standard kind of medieval fantasy thing. That dragon looks really cool with the bird beak and everything. These monsters are very well designed. This, what the fuck is that thing, man? This looks like it's a big like raid boss, whatever that person, quote unquote, is in the front there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this person right
Are
here
they
is
in charge?
probably
Do they command the dragon?
he's like, go get him,
They
Pence or
look like
whatever.
they look like they share an origin, and also, um, oh my god, the kaiju from Pacific Rim.
Hmm. Yeah, Nico
Yeah,
said that
it's
too.
giving me Pacific Rim vibes too. God, that looks
The
cool.
dragon and basically a
Yeah,
kaiju.
yeah, because now I'm seeing like the tentacles and everything that it had. Yeah, right
It
there.
has
Those like
the
tendrils that come out.
Comet Azure from Elden Ring.
Yeah. One thing that's also interesting to note there is that it's not breathing that burst of energy. It's created that sort of like looks like almost like a portal, and it's firing energy out of that, which I think is an important distinction to how this creature behaves. The effects team at NPixel need raises because holy shit, they are so good at their jobs. I blown away.
I'm blown away by the landscape what they're created here, man.
That is a really good point. You can make out individual trees on every ridge line, and you can see their shadows too, and individual pieces of terrain.
Yeah.
That's cool. That right there uh, is at least partly an orrery, um, which was an old timey device used to illustrate I think they originally made them to illustrate like the solar systems. And they were like old models of the solar system. Could be wrong about that. Pretty sure I'm not, but whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what like those rings and those two big orbs on the right side of the screen look like to me. Look like planets or moons or something. But oh man, this is I think definitely getting more into that like time manipulation aspect of the game. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool.
Oh,
And this knight guy, our character, I assume, looks way out of his element when dealing with all of this. And there's a ship on the right there. That is that looks like it's a whole ass like Age of Sail. God, this looks cool. Oh man. Those like water spouts or tornadoes maybe they
yeah.
look like water spouts to me more. That's
Yeah.
a tornado
Tornado
in
for
a body
sure.
of water. For those that don't know, I wonder if Paladin is going to be the support class. And from what we've seen, Paladin looks like a very capable frontline fighter as well,
Yes.
which would be nice to see. Because in a lot of games, healers and supports in general uh, you're very kind of stuck in your role as a healer unless you're playing a very specific kind of character and a very specific kind of game, or if you're just really good with Mercy's pistol, you just kind of can't do anything else. Oh, that looks so good. Very typical sort of Minotaur, sort of demon design.
Doesn't he remind
But
you
it's
of
still it's
Balrog a
still
bit?
so fucking cool.
Bal
Reminds me of what?
Balrog?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Balrog.
Balrog, yeah.
The Balrog, I forget how it's spelled, but yeah, from Lord of the Rings, totally.
Obviously, he is in full on flames, but it
I
works.
mean, he's definitely got that kind of like fire coming from his eyes and his face there. I wouldn't doubt it if he like has more flames and stuff in like a second phase. I don't know. I'm interested in learning more about this
This,
reactive combat
yeah, this game
system.
might have stagger to it, but there's a
I hope
chance some
so.
of them, like the elite, like the bigger
Oh
guys,
yeah,
probably won't have that because they're trying to
that
make
that
this game
just makes
hard,
sense. Yeah, I
in
mean
some way.
it's like poise in the Soulsborne series, like Elden Ring, Bloodborne, all the Dark Souls games, and Demon Souls. You know, poise being like you have a certain resistance to being staggered, and if you get hit with enough force, then you get staggered. And the same thing's true for enemies too, which I think is a really good way to do something like that because the player should be rewarded with a chance to deal extra damage for taking the risk to hit them so hard, so fast with such an aggressive attack. Like that level of aggression comes with so many risks to it.
So we have the Guardians here.
Oh yeah, that's the three-tailed fox thing, sort of.
We have the Void.
I was right. There's a realization of nothingness and the cruel abyss. No one understands anything about the void, with the exception of their ultimate goal, the complete destruction of all worlds. I knew it. I called it. I called it. I knew they were going to be some like cosmic horror, beings from between realities kind of thing. I knew it. I knew it. I didn't even, I don't even, I didn't read anything. I just figured that out from the art design. That's how fucking good the art design is in this game, is that I was able to piece that together without any knowledge of what the fuck is going on.
Have the Broken. And we have the Lady of Reality.
Oh,
That these are the Skelly boys that we saw the
hell
archer.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, I didn't even. Oh my god, I was too busy. I was too busy thinking about like guns and things.
overview
Yeah,
of the
there you
Skelly
are.
boys.
Yeah, those are skeletons. Sure as shit.
Yep.
I like how their attacks were synchronized there. It's pretty cool. Classic. Can't go wrong with skeleton armies.
Now we have the Outcasts. They're an armed band, ostracized world move. Oh, yeah. So they were
Or
basic.
completely immoral acts, joining together afterwards based on their hostility towards other world
The world movers survived the destruction of their
of their
home.
home world and escape to Setera. Interesting.
Oh, now that makes sense.
Oh my god, that's so cool. That is
Versus
such a oh my god, that is such a cool
this is starting to
premise.
make sense now, right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. Where it's like it's not like it's not even about like, oh, this is the original world and these alien forces are coming to try and destroy it. But no, the alien forces already destroyed one of these realities. Like the threat has all like that immediately establishes the consequences of the conflicts of the story. Like we know from the get-go that the void is capable of destroying at least one world, probably more. That right there sets the stakes of what is at stake. That immediately sets what's at stake for the conflict of the story. That's so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah,
So we
this
got
is
what? We got the
so.
world movers.
Yep.
We got the outcasts. We got the broken, whose bodies have succumbed to the void contamination.
Good contamination
Wow.
is extremely
And of
unstable.
seizures and a breakdown. Oh my god, this is neat.
Breakdown of
Rendering those contaminated neither dead nor alive. Damn. Oh man, I like this.
they're neither dead or alive. That's why they're trying to get their energy back,
Right, undead, yeah.
yeah,
Oh man, that's cool.
which makes them the broken.
Yeah. And then before the broken was what? The void, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
The powerful members of the Void are essentially immortal and wield an
Jesus.
unfathomable strength. The only reason Setera is able to stand up, fight back against them, is because Setera itself also rejects the existence of the Void, limiting their powers. However, the Void is growing in numbers and strength. You are the world's final hope.
Yup. Establishing stakes. Oh, that's such a good this is so well written. And then the Guardians, which is just like Setera wildlife kind of stuff. Well, not just wildlife, but
Yeah,
the
because
greater beings.
due to
Nice.
their past, they view the contaminated world
Oh,
as a threat.
wait, hold up. They vary greatly in appearance and temperament as they are not originally of this world. "Quote unquote, the great ones called upon them after each of their own worlds was destroyed by the void."
Damn, so
That's
the Void
okay.
is public enemy number one.
Absolutely, yeah. So then, dude, is there a little snippet for the great ones?
No.
Ah,
They're trying to keep us in you know,
yeah.
keep us wondering.
Chronotector. Oh yeah. So this is, I guess, by a mysterious ancient civilization known only as the Great Ones. Okay, that makes sense.
Warp and manipulate space time to the holder's will,
Wow.
but has lost much of its original strength, still capable of twisting time and space, create effects.
Irreplicable, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's powerful? What's the most powerful magic?
That's so cool. Oh, the concept art looks gorgeous. You're gonna see one of these as a thumbnail. Oh my god, that looks hold on, go back one.
Huh?
Yeah, oh, that goes hard as fuck, dude. The outcasts fighting the what are they called? The
Guardians?
Supreme Guardians. The Guardians.
Yeah.
Almost call them Supreme Beings. Oh, that's
So what
God,
we're
that's
seeing
fucking
here is
awesome.
basically what we're gonna see in the game, like from.
Well, it's concept art, so it's kind of
I
it's the
guess.
idea of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's oh my god. I'm so glad we're covering this game. We should definitely make videos and stuff of this game. Leave a
We
comment
will.
down below that says peanut butter jelly time if you want Jorge to stream this game when it comes out. We
Yeah.
saw the comments on the last videos asking for streams. I see you. I recognize you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Nico liked this attention to detail
That is
because
really cool.
right here underwater.
Yeah. Oh, those aren't rocks. Those are buildings. Fuck, that's awesome. And what the hell is that thing they're sailing towards?
I don't know.
Yeah, that. Oh my god. I love this. I love this so much. Oh, baby.
Nico said someone who did this was a high on shrooms for sure.
Oh, for sure. Oh my god, dude. I love the void. The void is so fucking cool. Little Roman architecture.
I'm glad we have like a snowy
Oh,
biome.
yeah, there it's a less common trope, but it shows up a few times reoccurring in media of cosmic horror and digging things out of the ice. I love everything about this. I love that building in the back right. I don't know what it is, but I am a huge fan of it. I support it in everything it does. That's just fucking cool. We know now, after the thing that I had said earlier about the alien origins of whatever that is, that looks an awful lot like that arch that I was talking about at the beginning of like,
Yeah.
oh, these usually form from a specific kind of erosion. I'm thinking maybe that arch wasn't a regular geological formation, which makes a lot of sense, and also means that I was kind of right. Again, going to show how good the art direction in this. I knew that arch would be significant because of how much it stood out, and now it looks like it's a weird void thing, which oh god, I love this so much. Probably Gothic ruins, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to tell. That's just gorgeous. That's just a beautiful landscape. I would frame that and put it on my wall, honestly. That tent there in the center kind of reminds me of Mongolian yurts. I don't know if I don't know if that's where they got that kind of idea from. I don't know if that's a direction they were headed, but the design just resembles them. This is a really good example of how to use of how to illustrate scale, right? Because I didn't see the guy in the bottom left during my initial impression, but my initial impression, the way that the first thing I saw was what's being lit. You know, the altar and the braziers and the pillars and everything. That was what, you know, struck me the biggest at first, the biggest struck me the most at first. And then I looked to the left and I saw the guy standing there and I realized just how massive this room is, that's like a human standing there. I love this. What the fuck? Oh, that's so fucking tight. I'm seeing Greek architecture in the pillars, especially in the one in the foreground on the left. That looks like a uh, pretty Greco-Roman kind of pillar. The sphinxes there, at least I think they're sphinxes. Those look like wings on the sides of them. Those sphinxes, the beards remind me of I want to say Assyria. It's an Assyrian protective deity. Okay, of King Sargon II. Okay, yeah, I immediately caught that shit. I'm so proud of myself for being able to recognize the Assyrian inspiration there. That like those sphinxes, I'll just keep calling them sphinxes, or because that's really all I know what to call them. I don't know what else to call them. My Anglo-centric brain can't wrap my head around it. But like that is like a scaled up recreation of a legitimate artistic thing that ancient Assyrians did. Oh my god, that's so fucking cool, man. Like that isn't just like, oh, we took like we put pyramids in our fantasy game, so we have Egyptian culture kind of motifs. No, they took a like a way that the Assyrians designed one of their deities, and they made it this massive monumental piece of architecture that has stood who knows how many years and stood the test of time. And like that is a oh god, that's so cool. Because it's very easy to just make like a Greco-Roman ruin and have that just kind of be the ruins of a past civilization. But they didn't do that. They took like ancient Indian architecture and made a temple based on that, just like what is clearly a ripoff of Cthulhu. And they took an ancient Assyrian design for one of their deities and made it the base of whatever those two massive buildings are. Oh my god. Holy hell.
Ben's loving it.
I am so impressed. That's because at first I was like, oh, they took a page from the way that the Assyrians depicted their kings. And then I did a like 10 seconds more of research and I found like that's not just like, oh, this is inspired by the Assyrians in this like small little detail of the way that the beard is carved, but the actual me, like the design itself is ancient Assyrian. Oh my god, that's so cool. You don't see that kind of representation in medieval fantasy very often, or you're seeing it more and more now, which is good. But like medieval fantasy has been so Anglo-centric for so long that you don't really see that kind of representation, especially of like Middle Eastern cultures. Yeah, I mean, I don't have like 15 minutes of things to say about this, but this is a very well designed area. I like the way that like this is all the things built here made of wood. I don't think I can see much of anything built from stone besides some earthworks. Simple yet very, very effective and very evocative way to demonstrate scale. But just put a little guy in there and show that is a human. You are a human. You know what the size of a human is, and therefore you know what the size of everything else is, and you know how big the world is beyond what one simple person can do. I love it. Also, who put the boat up there? What the boat doing? I've seen that those kinds of pyramids before, not pyramids, but towers and like obelisk kind of structures. Oh, it reminds me of South American pyramids. People and trees and birds used to show scale, and the shot with the camera facing up towards the horizon and the tip of this arch thing. That perspective is also really good because it makes the viewer we're from how the perspective is facing here, we can see that this is an investigation. These four people are have traveled here to figure out what this is. Everybody's looking up at it. This is this mysterious thing in the middle of the woods, and this is the main focus. This is really
Void.
this is oh, this is so yeah. And here putting the human and the horse in the center of it shows us the gravitas and the impact of the void's influence on the surrounding area. Because previously, where we had humans off to the side to show scale, looking out over these grandiose landscapes, or sort of in the bottom of the composition, looking up towards the main subject. Here, the subject is the horse, the rider, and the background immediately above them. That's where the eye naturally is drawn to. So from this, this is showing us how devastating the void is on the world. I want some more of it. Ooh, ooh, bunch of little dudes, bunch of little creepy crawly guys pouring out of the ground. Do I even need to say anything? This is fucking awesome. And again, human off to the side shows us scale.
Now we're back to the cross.
Yep, the
Solve the
void died for your sins.
solve the concept, brother.
Oh my god, this is so fucking cool. I'm not sponsored enough to say that you should spend your money on this game, but it is at least worth your time to just look at what's already been released about the game and make your decision from there. We're not game reviewers. That's not what we do here, but I personally will be keeping an eye on this beyond my responsibilities and obligations to, running this channel and everything. But in my free time, I will look at this because this is genuinely that interesting.
Yeah.
To call it interesting is an understatement, I think.
We do plan to play this game and what it holds for
Oh,
us,
hell yeah.
for sure.
Hell yeah. I, yes, absolutely. This and Throne and Liberty and probably some other stuff as well. Yes, 100%. This is beautiful. Love it. Oh, hey, remember, comment peanut butter jelly time if you want us to do live streams of this. If you comment just saying that you want us to do live streams of this, that also works. But it would be funnier if you said butter jelly time.
Yep. Okay, brothers and sisters of the crib. This has been me and Brother Ben. It's been Chrono Odyssey. See you in the next video. Peace.